One of the best smelling parking lots in the NFL. The tailgating's over now in Kansas City. It's football time at Arrowhead Stadium here in KC. But dangerous Mecole Hardman on the return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. They put Kelsey in motion. First down throw there is incomplete.
They told us this week they were going to try to come out fast, and tell you what, that's exactly what they did. Put immediate pressure on this secondary and let them know, hey, all game long today, you better defend every blade of grass because we're coming out firing. And even though that ball falls incomplete, it goes a long way in setting up the rest of this game plan as the game unfolds.
And this will be a short pickup to about the 30. Jimmy Ward that time shuts it down. Third and 6. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. That is caught. He gets the hook up with Rice. 18 yards on the connection. First down, KC.
These third down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down.
They go right back to Rice. He's got it again. And he's out of bounds, but not until he gets inside the 25-yard line. Mahomes to Rice for a big play. 31 yards. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. He's got his tight end. That's Travis Kelce. And he's going to be taken down.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. Think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
Right back to the air for Mahomes. His throw on first down is going to be incomplete.
They couldn't quite connect there on that short pass, Mike, and I just think it's worth reminding everyone how different the concepts are down here in the red zone than what the rest of the game plan calls for in the normal part of the field.
Another one from the 5, second down and goal. To the air once more, it's Mahomes. To the back of the end zone, he's got it. DeAndre Hopkins. Touchdown, KC. Exactly the way they scripted this one. A beautiful opening drive, Greg. Able to find the end zone on the game's first possession.
And, Mike, the word that comes to mind looking at that drive is execution, and that's exactly what they talked about all week long. They wanted to come out early in this game and establish an early rhythm, and that's exactly what they did with that touchdown drive.
Seven 0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. This fielded at the 2. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. Crowd begins with a pass. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
if you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
Throwing on second down, Stroud. He'll spot his big tight end. That's Dalton Schultz. And he's taken down up past the 35.
So you come back out here after watching the opposing team score first, and what you want to do is you got to establish a little early rhythm and get the drive started. Get a little positive energy into that huddle, and what hopefully starts out good ends with you being able to get some points of your own.
And that one knocked away. It's incomplete. Nico Collins was the intended receiver there, and it'll bring up second down.
Just a great example of not only the anticipation, but the instincts to go break that pass up, Mike. You can see he's clearly looking at the quarterback's eyes, and once that ball was delivered, he's just attacking it and breaking it up.
And that one is complete along the boundary. Good job of getting those feet in bounds.
The best guys I've been around, Mike, they have a sense where they can see the ball, but they can feel the sideline. And that's kind of an innate sense that these guys have that allows them to concentrate and secure the catch and ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
And movement up front. And that's our first time tonight to check in with our referee. So a much more difficult scenario now. It is 3rd and 10. Here's Stroud. They try to work the screen with Mixon. And he is out of bounds all the way down at the 35-yard line. They get the conversion on 3rd down. It was a gain of 27.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there. Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about.
Oh, got him again the second time with a sack on this opening drive.
This defensive line clearly has a beat on this offense. They've got to find a way to settle their pass protections. If they want to be able to get their quarterback in any sort of established rhythm and timing going forward, they're going to have to do a lot better job protecting them early in this game. That's already 2 sacks allowed.
From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. He'll look deep here for Diggs. And he'll take it on in. Touchdown, Houston.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. 2 guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. Hardman now to return it. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. The Chiefs offense going to take over now for the second time. They'll try to break out of this deadlock. We are all even at 7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. Now the former rushing champ, it's Kareem Hunt. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line.
And a nice pick up there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, this offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
Here's 2nd and 9. Now, a carry for Hunt. And he's going to be stuck well behind the line of scrimmage. A play going absolutely nowhere.
Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming. And he's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
Mahomes going to throw here on 3rd down. He'll get this one complete to Brown. And he'll be taken down, but it takes them across midfield down to the 40-yard line.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
And he's close to another 1st down as he's brought down just shy of the marker.
I'm not sure what was the more difficult aspect of the play. Winning his route versus man coverage or catching this pass, because that quarterback, he put a little extra sauce on that one to get it there on time, and he's able to secure a really nice catch.
They put Kelsey in motion. On 2nd down, Mahomes. That's out to Brown, right side, complete. That's catch 3 just on this drive. And it gets his team a 1st down.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They clearly have a mismatch in their favor, and every time they've looked his way, he's continued to make big plays. If I'm this coordinator, I think I'm giving him one more shot and see if he can push this thing over the goal line and come away with 6.
Throwing again, it's Mahomes. Firing right side, brought in by Brown. And the Chiefs are going to be set up. 1st and goal coming up. They'll mark them down at the 6-yard line. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. From 6 yards out, it's 1st and goal. Here's Pacheco. Oh, making defenders look silly out there on his way into the end zone. Isaiah Pacheco. Touchdown, Kansas City. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finish it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. Here comes a return from the 3. Across the 20, they'll mark them down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. The Texans offense about ready to get going on their 2nd possession. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a 1st down. From the gun, here's Stroud. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
The drag route is certainly not the most complicated route on the route tree, but a really nice job there using the scheme to create separation. He did a really nice job there working across the middle of the field as he made himself open.
And in motion, it's Diggs. And now the first carry for Joe Mixon. And he's got it. First down. A pickup of 4.
This offense, they're not interested in taking the deep shot here. Second and short, the way they're running the ball, pound the rock, reset the downs, and just keep the drive alive.
Line of scrimmage is the 37-yard line for first and 10. Now Stroud. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
He decides to go with the safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
We'll try again. It's second and 10. On the bootleg, it's Stroud. A throw on the move is caught. And it'll be taken down, but it takes them across midfield down to the 40-yard line.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch, and it's exactly how they're able to pick up this big gain.
And he'll gain yardage and able to get down at the end of the play.
Take a look at his eyes. You can see the quarterback clearly going through all of his progressions, and he's quick to realize there's nowhere to go with this ball. He makes the right decision and gets out of there, picks up some good yardage, and gets down on the ground.
A second down throw for Stroud. That's to the left side and taken in by Diggs. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line.
And it doesn't really matter who you put on him, Mike. When you want to play one-on-one man coverage against a receiver like this, there's not a whole lot else you can do. It's hard to put help over the top because the ball's being thrown out by the sidelines. I like playing in and out. I like playing zones. Somebody underneath, somebody over the top. Share the responsibility. But that's not what they're doing. That's straight man coverage. Quarterback sees the matchup. There's no question where the ball is going to go. You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground, Mike. There was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
Again, they'll give it to Mixon. And he's inside the 10, pushing forward for a gain of 5 yards. So they'll talk over what to do on this third down play as we have hit the end of the first quarter. It's the Chiefs on top. We'll be back in Kansas City after this. Here now, 3rd and 5. To throw is Stroud. And he's into the end zone. C.J. Stroud, touchdown Texans. That his second touchdown tonight. That is a heartbreaker for the defense. They took away what he wanted to do in the air, Greg, but that scrambling ability gets him to the end zone for the touchdown.
And the reason he was able to take advantage with his legs here, Mike, is he made a fast decision realizing there was nowhere to go with the ball. The amount of guys the defense had in coverage took those passes away. He tucked the ball down, took advantage of the space, and he was able to take it all the way.
We are all square, 14 apiece the score as this one's away. This is taken in at the goal line. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The Chiefs offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. This one, everything we could have hoped for to this point. All even at 14. They'll start this drive with first down. The drive begins with a run by Pacheco. He'll get in behind his blockers, get forward for a pickup of 3. Jimmy Ward that time shuts it down. Second and 7. To throw is Mahomes. Now they'll set up the screen for Hunt. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. Here's 3rd and 2. Mahomes. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And he's very close to a first down, but it doesn't look like he got there. And yes, they're going to mark him a yard short.
This exact situation here, Mike, tends to get a lot of conversation around the league. I think I'm going for it. I think here around midfield, you got to maintain possession, see if you can end this drive with some points. I think you got to stay aggressive, keep your offense on the field.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. The Houston offense going to make their way back onto the field. They'll work in a tie game here in the second quarter and get started with 1st and 10. Stroud. And he gets that one complete to Collins.
Seemed like the receiver, Mike, ran through like 5 different open zones, but once he found the one that he liked, where the quarterback was expecting him, you see him do a nice job throttling down, secures the catch, and he's able to pick up a nice gain.
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. Off the play fake. Here's Stroud. That's into the hands of Dell on the right side. And he's going to be run out after a gain of about 6, but that'll be good enough for a first down.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
He'll let this go deep for Diggs.
I'll tell you what, Mike, considering how this offense has played in the first couple of possessions, I'm surprised that one wasn't completed. It seems like that's the first miss of the game. Continue to push the ball downfield. Continue to build on this momentum because so far they've come out hot in this one.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. They'll go play action with Stroud. And it's complete to the sideline. Nice job getting both feet down inbounds.
I'm not sure how many guys grow up wanting to be an NFL fullback, Mike. They don't get the ball a ton. They're used to do all the dirty work. But in this case, this guy's showing off. Hey, coach, you get the ball in my hands. I can do some things.
They'll try and run for this with Mixon. He'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
You could tell the entire time that running back is just looking for his crease to get vertical and cut back. But the defense does a great job. Inside-out pursuit, strings this ball out towards the sideline. Nowhere to go, and they make a big stop for no gain.
So, here comes the KC offense set to take over once more. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. That's over the middle and caught by Rice. He's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down. Second and a yard. And before the snap, we have a whistle. And this could very well be a false start. Mahomes looking to throw on second down. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
At this level, you just would expect a little bit better execution and accuracy on those intermediate throws. I think he had an opportunity there for a nice pickup. Off target, off rhythm, and ends up getting away from it.
Got to get it to the 30. Here comes third down. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. And that is incomplete.
Here in the first half, we've seen nothing but connections from these two guys. I mean, they've come out completely on fire. So the defense finally gets a stop, and really the first time we've seen these guys be a little bit off.
Here's Matt Ariza now, as he's on to punt for the second straight drive. This brought in out past the 20. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. The Texans offense ready to get back at it. Will try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. To throw, it's Stroud. A short throw pulled in by Schultz. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. They will work the middle with Mixon. And he is planted backfield. Defenders crashing through, blow up that play behind the line.
The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike. I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
3rd down and 9. Here's Stroud. Diggs on the reception. And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down.
Even though they gave up that last completion, Mike, that's a really good drive there for this defense. I mean, from the beginning, on those early downs, keeping them from staying ahead of the chains, put them in a tough 3rd down situation, and now it brings up 4th down, and looks like they're going to get off the field.
He'll take this in back at the 16. And that's a nice job of making things more manageable for this offense as he takes it back beyond the 25-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Pacheco. He'll inch forward for maybe a yard. Tackle there by Will Anderson. Here's a 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. That's caught by Hunt. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
Man, he fit that one in a tight window. One thing he showed off was his arm strength and his accuracy, but in the grand scheme of things, it didn't really amount to much.
3rd down, 3 to go. Mahomes back. That is caught. He gets the hook up with Rice. He's going to have the first down. So they convert on third down with a pickup of 9.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on third down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
Now Mahomes gives it to Pacheco. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up second down. Once again, it's Pacheco. And he'll work his way for about 4 yards. That's good enough for a first down.
I think this second down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a third down and short. But there's no need for third down. He was able to get enough on second, and they get a fresh set of downs.
A handoff to Pacheco. And he will wiggle his way forward for a gain of a couple. And 8. Now a whistle. Looks like there was movement on the left side of that offensive line. Here's a toss to Pacheco. The defense all over this one. They get him behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a couple.
I'd like to see that running back be a little bit more decisive with his cut, Mike. You can see he was a little hesitant, and once you're late making that decision, you just kind of get strong laterally. Great job there by the defense, and he has no choice but to take that loss.
And now things are going to get more difficult. Movement up front, going to move him further back. The task now, a really tough one. Third and very long. Now, Mahomes. Open man left side is Brown. He's got it. And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's fourth down.
When you throw the ball short of the sticks on third down, you're relying heavily on the yards after the catch. So give credit to the defense here. Once the ball carrier had the ball, multiple guys around him, corralled him, take him down short of the sticks.
And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds. Texans offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. They'll start out first down and 10. On the quick slant, caught by Tank Dell. Throwing on second down, Stroud. They try to work the screen with Mixon. And he's going to be taken down as we hit the 2-minute warning here in this first half.
We're starting to see this so often, Mike. The days of just having a running back who you're just going to turn around and hand it to, yes, that's still a critical part of NFL offensive football, but their ability to be used in the passing game, just one more thing for the defense to have to defend. Make them go sideline to sideline, line of scrimmage to the end zone. Defend every blade of grass, and a really good running back goes a long way in doing that.
It is a big-time play for Houston. 47 yards.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
He's going to go into the end zone, but he may have gotten a little help along the way. This one's coming back. So holding is the call, and take that touchdown off the board. Now it is 1st and goal. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. That'll be taken in by Mixon. The Texans going to go ahead and use their first timeout here, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Still a ways from the end zone as they come up now on 2nd and goal. Trying the right side. Taken in by Collins.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
From the gun here on 3rd down, it's Stroud. And he's in. Joe Mixon. Touchdown, Houston. The quarterback, with all of his eligible receivers available, uses the back out of the backfield that time, Greg, to take it to the end zone.
And when your running back, Mike, is a valid threat in the passing game, man, it just gives you so many options. And in this case, it was the running back that was the open target. He's able to put the pass on the money. Easy 6 points.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. He'll take it in at the goal line. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Chiefs offense going to get it one last time here late in the opening half. They're searching here for the tying score, down 21-14. And they'll begin 1st and 10. Throwing now, Mahomes. Firing right side, brought in by Brown. The Chiefs offense going to get it one final time in this first half. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Patrick to throw. A short one caught by Kelsey. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7. They'll send a tight end in motion right. A first down throw for Mahomes. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
Mahomes now to throw again. Now a deep ball looking for Brown. That one broken up. It's incomplete. All over him down the field. It'll set up third down.
There's only a handful of guys in the league who legitimately have world-class speed, and he's one of them. I mean, he's the type of weapon that you 3 or 4 times a game have to just say, okay, my guy, he's faster than your guy. We're going to send him deep and let it fly. And even though that one falls incomplete, you have to continue to sprinkle that threat in because it makes everything else in your passing game that much easier.
And they'll get this one down to the 35-yard line. On now for the field goal. This one from 52 yards away. And this is no good. Could not get it on target. And they are not able to draw closer.
Man, that would have been such a nice boost for this group going into halftime. The snap was good. The hold was good. He just couldn't quite get it through the uprights.
1st and 10. Now Stroud. He will let this go. Deep downfield for Dell. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end. Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The Texans offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this third quarter. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. Schultz is the motion man. On 1st and 10, here's Stroud. And he'll try to use that size and push forward, but it will not work. They're going to get him down behind the line.
Linebacker certainly wasn't fooled on that play. Not only does he get there in a hurry, but he's able to secure that tackle and bring him down for a loss.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. They will not get this one off. It'll be a delay of game. A second down throw for Stroud. That's over the middle and caught by Dell. That will make third down a little more manageable. Good yardage gained on that one.
Well, it goes without saying. You want to play wide receiver in the NFL, Mike. How well can you change directions? How fast can you get your body from one direction to another? And when you can cut like this guy, I'm not sure how you guard him.
To throw is Stroud. Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down.
That's just one of those drives that was out of whack from the start, Mike. They just couldn't get anything going on the early downs, and they'll most likely punt the ball away and hope that their defense can do the same thing and get them the ball back.
And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. The home team's offense ready for their first possession of this second half. They'll do so with 1st and 10. On the ground to start the drive with Pacheco. Not much there. Stopped short of the 20. On 2nd down, Mahomes. taking off, and he's able to gain yardage out of this one before he slides.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
Got to get it to the 28, but now it's third down. They put Kelsey in motion. Mahomes going to throw here on third down. And that is incomplete.
Pretty clear approach here, Mike. You're just trying to take advantage of the size of your tight end versus a smaller defender, and you're just saying box him out and go up for an offensive rebound and get the ball at its highest point. In this case, it falls incomplete, but if they continue to get that matchup, this quarterback's not going to shy away from giving his big tight end a shot.
And he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. The visitors' offense headed back to take over once more. They'll begin with 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Stroud. That ball flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. Well, fortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up second down.
And up until this point, this has been an incredibly efficient game from this quarterback. I mean, it's hard to think. Here we are in the second half, and that's only his second incomplete pass. So finally, the defense is able to do something to disrupt his timing and finally try to get him out of this groove.
He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
Stroud to throw. And that is incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
The Texans getting all set to punt. He's on to punt it for the 4th time tonight. And that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down. The home team's offense ready for this next possession. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Here's Mahomes. That's caught right side. It's Hopkins. And he's got this up close to the 35-yard line.
I love the timing between the receiver and the quarterback. It's a really nice route. He's going to take this up the field, and then when he pulls that string back and he comes out of his break, the ball is there immediately. You can't wait for the receiver to actually look. This ball is well in the air before that receiver comes out of his cut.
On 1st down, it's Mahomes. He'll look Hopkins' way again. This is also complete. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, balls on time, results in a nice 1st down pickup.
And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. They put Kelsey in motion. Mahomes now on 2nd down. That's out to Brown, right side, complete. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. a 3rd and 2. On the ground, this is Hunt. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they get 5 on 3rd and 2.
Nothing real fancy about this call here, Mike, right? In this 3rd and short, just get the ball to your running back, make sure he has enough space to pick up the first down, and they're able to convert.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. To the left side, caught by Kelsey. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
It's like a textbook, methodical, efficient NFL drive. 4 for 4 throwing the ball, mixing in some run. You're just marching the ball downfield at your will, and they get a fresh set of downs now to see if they can convert this nice drive into some points.
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down?
This to the right side, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Travis Kelsey, the intended target. And 3rd down coming up.
This is why it's so critical that the quarterback and his intended target are on the same page. They got to speak the same language. When there's miscommunication, it leads to errant throws, and when errant throws lead to big missed opportunities.
They put Kelsey in motion. On 3rd down, Mahomes. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
He makes up for the earlier miss. This time, the kick is good. And the Chiefs will cut the lead down to 4.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
After the made field goal, Butker back on the field to send this one away. He fields it at the 8. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The visitors' offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. They'll begin on the ground, and here's Mixon. And a nice run there on 1st down, getting 8. Setting up 2nd and 2. They'll go right back to Mixon. And he'll get about 4 out of that one. That should be enough to move the chains. It is 1st down.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. 2nd and short, play action pass. You can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the 1st down.
They'll run on 1st down with Mixon. He'll move the pile forward. Let's give him a couple. Jaden Hicks on the tackle. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Contact up front. Did they get one of the defenders to jump? On second down, Stroud. That's caught right side, the tight end, Schultz. And he's going to be out of bounds, but he's got the first down, a pickup of 8.
This pitch and catch may have looked routine, but I promise you, Mike, these types of anticipatory throws, especially outside the numbers, they don't occur without countless reps, oftentimes when nobody's even watching.
On play action, Stroud. And they're going to get to him and take him down, taken back to the other side of midfield.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. This defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
Throwing on second down, Stroud. Open man, the tight end, Brevin Jordan. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
Out wide. He doesn't put it away, and the ball's out. That's picked up by the Chiefs. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
Mahomes now to throw on second down. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
Every quarterback's dream is, can I get the ball out of my hand as fast as possible and get it to a guy that can do the rest after the catch? And it seems like nowadays, throughout the entire league, the best offenses thrive in yards after the catch.
Here's a run with Hunt. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up second down. On play action, it's Mahomes. He'll drop this underneath to Pacheco. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Here's Patrick. He'll throw it on first down. Throw over the middle, brought in by Hopkins. He'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. That's hauled in at the 2. And the Chiefs are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them down to the 1.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator...
He's got his big tight end, Travis Kelce. Down Chiefs. What a game this has been. Back and forth we go, and that 4th quarter score changes the lead one more time.
And we've seen the lead go back and forth, Mike, and now the question is, can they get a stop? Can they find a way defensively to hang on to this lead and get themselves this big win?
Now this, an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it. And the Chiefs extend the advantage to a field goal. It's 24-21. So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown, time to kick it back the other way. This returnable from the 4. A good return as he takes it across the 30. The visitors' offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. Over the middle, he's got the tight end Schultz. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
As this game continues to come down to the wire, Mike, it just reminds us, this is where quarterbacks earn their keep. You are judged by how you play in these critical moments. In fourth quarter, down a score, it doesn't get much bigger than this.
On 1st and 10, here's Stroud. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. A 2nd down throw for Stroud. Oh, what a throw. Slinging it across his body and complete. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short.
There's a lot of ways to get the ball in the hands of your running backs, and it's not always by just handing it to them. In this case, it's a simple check down, picks up a good gain, brings up 3rd down.
Here we go. 3rd and a yard. They'll go play action with Stroud. Open man, right side. He's got it. And he's going to be out of bounds after a pickup of about 4, but that is enough to keep the drive alive. 1st down.
Critical 3rd down conversion there, Mike. Now brings up a fresh set of downs. You find yourself here trailing in the 4th quarter. They got to go down and score, and they got to score fast.
Now, whistles here. Looks like one of the defenders got a head start. So, a lot of options on the table now. It's 1st and 5. From the gun, here's Stroud. That'll be taken in by Mixon. And he's going to be out of bounds, so they take advantage of the 1st and 5 situation and pick up the quick 1st down.
Mike, you've heard me say it 1,000 times. The easiest down to throw the ball in the NFL is 1st down. I hate when teams wait till later in the possession to throw the ball. So early 1st down completion, you're on the plus side of the field. Now you're thinking strike. Touchdown, field goal.
He is in. Joe Mixon. Touchdown, Texans. He's got another one. His 2nd touchdown of the evening.
We all make such a big deal, Mike, when we see a quarterback go through his progression and deliver a deep downfield strike for a touchdown. But sometimes just take what's easy, the easy pitch and catch, get an underneath completion. That's exactly what the quarterback does here, takes what the defense gives them, and when you have a playmaker like that on the outside, they can do the rest with their feet after the catch, and the end result is still a touchdown.
So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. It's Xavier Worthy on the return. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. The Chiefs offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They trail by 4. Touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. They put Kelsey in motion. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
Even though it doesn't result in a sack, when you dial up the right pressure at the right time, Mike, sometimes that's all it takes to lead to that incompletion. The timing is just a little off between the quarterback and his intended target, and the ball falls incomplete.
Pressure gets there, and down he goes. Daniil Hunter, pass rusher extraordinaire, in action again.
Looked like a pass protection breakdown. They had 5 offensive linemen and a running back in the backfield. I promise you, somebody was assigned to that linebacker, but he timed the blitz perfectly. He ran through and was able to bring him down for a big sack.
That is caught. He gets the hook up with Rice. And they're going to have this all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
Big-time play there as they try to cut into this fourth quarter deficit. At this point in the game, Mike, remember, you're just going to get a couple more possessions, so you have to make the most of them, especially with the lead being this close for the taking.
Man in motion is Brown. On 1st down, it's Mahomes. And he's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down.
Well, that's certainly one way to bounce back here defensively after giving up a huge explosive play on the previous snap. To bounce back and come away with a sack. Now you find yourself in 2nd and long. You can catch your breath, and the opportunity to get off the field has just gone up.
Play action here. Mahomes to the right side, hauled in by Kelsey. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10.
And this offense is now really on the move, Mike, and it's the passing game that's leading the way. They've been able to march their way downfield thanks to this aerial attack, so don't expect them to go to the ground game anytime soon. If I'm this play caller, I'm continuing to lead on this, not only in this drive, but probably for the rest of this game.
Mahomes. That is caught by the tight end, Jared Wiley. Touchdown, KC. Tight spaces down there. Things happen quick. Greg, a quick decision and great execution for the score.
You're exactly right, Mike. Down here this close to the goal line, everybody's clock has to speed up. Not only the quarterback processing to get the ball out of his hand, but you have to win as a receiver quickly and give the quarterback somewhere to go with the ball. It was that quickness at the line of scrimmage that led to that touchdown.
So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. This is going to be taken in at the 3. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Texans offense getting set to get back to work. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. To throw, it's Stroud. They try to work the screen with Mixon. They smelled the screen and took care of it. Blown up in the backfield.
I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped, and that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league and it results in a negative play.
Here's Stroud. Throw out wide. They set up the screen for Collins. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
Outbreaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
From the gun here on 3rd down, it's Stroud. And he will slide to a halt, but he does have the 1st down.
You certainly can't fault the secondary here. The coverage was almost too good downfield on 3rd down. The quarterback realized quickly there was nowhere for him to go with the ball, decides to become a runner. He's able to pick up the 1st down and some.
A tight end in motion now. Play clock has expired. They're not going to get this one off on top. To throw is Stroud. There he goes again. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
We've seen this quarterback have some effective plays with his legs all game today, Mike. He knows when to stay in there and look to pass, but he also knows when it's time to tuck it and go, and he's able to pick up good yardage there.
From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. Throwing is Stroud. He'll check this down to the running back. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
I think the days where cornerbacks are either unwilling or unable to be involved in the run game, I think those days are over, Mike. I think when you look around the landscape of today's NFL, yes, you have to cover, but you also have to be able to come up and tackle.
2nd down, here's a run, and here's Mixon. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6, and it sets up 3rd down. Oh, there's movement up front. That's going to make this 3rd down a lot tougher. So after the 5 yards walked off, it is 3rd down and 8. He'll try and get there on the ground. That's on the veteran Shaq Mason. They need one right now. 3rd and long. Here's Stroud. That's over the middle and caught by Collins. And they were hoping for a little more on that one. Brought down well short of the 1st. It'll bring up 4th down.
The key to good route running, Mike, is deceiving the man covering you into thinking you're doing one thing, and then you change it and do the other. And in this case, he had the defender thinking this was a vertical downfield route, and then next thing you know, he gets to his break point, he breaks in, and that ball's put right on the money for a big pickup.
The Chiefs offense ready to get back to work. They'll have a long field ahead of them as they start 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
I like the idea of using the passing game to try to give your offense a little breathing room. You find yourself in the shadow of your own goalpost, Mike. Worst case scenario, you do not want to punt out of your own end zone. So I like the idea of trying to pick up some positive gains through the air. But they've got to come up with some completions and try to pick up at least one first down, or you're going to put your defense in a tough spot. The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
3rd and 5. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. Right back to Kelce again. And he's going to have the first down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down. On the carry, it's Pacheco. And he's going to be taken down, and that will take us to the 2-minute warning. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. They'll stay on the ground and stay with Pacheco. And he's going to be taken down, and that will take us to the 2-minute warning. They need to get to the 29 here, facing 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
On comes the Chiefs punter as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a 4th quarter lead. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Houston offense going to make their way back onto the field. Here's 1st and 10. Now Stroud. And that would be the dagger. It's intercepted. Picked off by Trent McDuffie. Set to go now on 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run by Pacheco. Texans going to use the last of their timeouts here. And we'll take it with just over 90 seconds left on the clock. On 2nd down, Pacheco. And he'll work forward for a yard, but that's all he needed. This is going to be a 1st down. The defense still with all 3 timeouts at their disposal as the quarterback's down 2-E. So this one in the win column for the Chiefs. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, a few more defensive stops than their opponents did. That is the difference in this one. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. The Chiefs victorious, as we say, so long from Arrowhead.